So welcome here to Roosevelt High School here for tonight's Friday night contest. It's on Saturday again, of course. Noon start time here, and we're going to try the clock with the scoreboard in the corner. Roosevelt is the home team on the scoreboard. They're in the brownish kind of black uniforms with red. Soldan with the white and brown numbers. I do not have a roster on hand, but that is quite all right. I want to thank the St. Louis Public Schools for allowing this broadcast to happen here, and Roosevelt High School for allowing us to be here. Next week, hopefully, you'll join us. The Waynesville Tigers will travel to Springfield. I believe they'll play the Hillcrest Hornets. But that game will be live at 7 p.m. this Friday. And we may be back up here next Saturday. We'll see what it brings. So we'll look at, looks like Soldan will receive. They're going to be on the left side of the screen to start. Roosevelt will kick. And let's see what I got for video clips that I did not import. So the Rough Riders will kick off here. Do got a couple PSAs in here that I'm going to run during it. I got some new ones, by the way. And while we wait, we will be back after this.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So Rough Riders ready to go for the kickoff here, coming out of their huddle. They'll kick to the Soldan Tigers. Soldan 2-1, and Rough Riders are 0-2 right now. Had a COVID week where they did not play. So this is game 3 for them, game 4 for Soldan. Currently Rough Riders sitting in the bottom half of the Public High League standings right now. Vashon on top. Soldan number 2 at the moment. We do have some slits in the window, so I'm going to try to avoid those the best I can. And I will try to monitor the mic the best I can. Ball's kicked. Tigers have it. They got some momentum. The Rough Riders will stop them. This will be just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 from, looks like the 38-yard line. Soldan will kick off offense here. Looking at, sorry, trying to get some more videos in while we get ready. I probably should have done this earlier, but Tigers line up. Looks like split receivers on each end, a couple backs with the quarterback in a pro formation. Not completely shotgun, but quarterback will pass. That is incomplete. 2nd down. Once again, we are here in St. Louis, Missouri at the historic Roosevelt High School, approaching their 100th year in existence, not too much longer. So Roosevelt defense, safety lines up a little bit deep just in case. Tigers, they're going to get close to a first, maybe a yard shy on the play. I believe I have everything loaded here. If not, we'll work with it. This is a production in association with the Missouri Sports Network and Misha TV. We are a Misha TV affiliate. You can follow us for all your playoff games. If you'd like some of your playoff games broadcast, get with me at alanhilliardsports.com or message me on Facebook, and we can work something out as I am a Misha affiliate. Looks like short and, well, the chain says 1, but I think it's third and short. Once again, your clock is in the top up there. So we are looking back at, I'm not sure what we're doing right now at the moment. We have a slight delay for some reason here. I think the chains are fixed now, so third down. So Tigers line up. Handoff. Tigers will be brought down. Roosevelt defense will force a 4th and 5 on the play. And trying to adjust everything here so I don't break anything. I might have broke something. We have a 4th and 5 coming up now for the Tigers. Tigers line up, throwing set. Tight end in motion. Ball nearly lost. Pass is incomplete. Wide open man. 32 had the good field position. Roosevelt will take over. Tigers line up, throwing set. So audio sounding good. Feel free to share this with all your friends and family. And I just lost my scoreboard again for whatever reason. There we go. Hopefully it's still there. I'll try to keep up with it. Roosevelt lines up. Pistol type formation here. Maybe a pro set, but we got a couple receivers on the line. This is a handoff. And he's going to pick up a couple yards on the play, so nominal gain. Why is that moving? I don't know why it's moving. There. Hopefully it stays. Second down and 8 for Roosevelt. Sweep. Well, misdirection sweep. That's good for a few yards on the play. So we have third and short. So it looks like 3rd and 2 is the official number. Multiple receivers. Quarterback keeps it. He's got room if he can get through the line. I believe he did not. We're going to have a 4th down. This is going to be a yard short, depending on the spot. The spot of the ball looks to be a yard short, so Jones with the run, 4th and maybe a yard on the play. Clock continues to run. So shotgun formation. We have 3 receivers on the right. We did have whistle blown on the play. And that will bring up a 5-yard loss. So 4th and long coming up now for the Rough Riders. Rough Riders a lot smoother than last week. They're able to take care of a lot of this. We have a whistle on the snap. Flag on the line. This might be a false start on the offense. Oh, this will be on the defense. So we're back to the original line of scrimmage at least. Still 4th down. Ball back pass down the middle. That is incomplete. Good defense by the Tigers. Soldan will take over just shy of the 40-yard line, about the 38 where they took over earlier. I want to thank you for watching us on Allen Hilliard Sports here. And I want to thank St. Louis School District, Roosevelt High School for allowing this to happen. Oh. Scoreboard clock had an issue. Oh, we got something going on. We will be back in just a little bit after this 30-second PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So I believe we had a water break is what we had right there. At least I think that's what that was. Tigers getting ready to come out, and we'll be right back in about 15 seconds.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Soldan comes out. I have the ball 1st and 10 here. 6:28 in the first quarter remains. Both teams are scoreless. Last week, both teams on the wrong end of the scoreboard as Vashon defeated Soldan. Gateway picked up a win over Roosevelt. Tigers on their feet avoid a tackle, but they're going to be pushed backwards. I've got a bandwidth issue here. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything. If not, we'll have to lower the quality down. But we'll do our best. Keeping an eye out on it. I've got the quality either 720 or I don't know if my phone's at 480, but if you have to, lower the quality down a little bit from 1080, and that will probably fix your issue. I'm hoping it does, because I want you to join us here. Soldan, well, they're still on their feet. Tigers will get past the other side of the 40 at 35. And we have a penalty at the end of the play. This is probably going to be a face mask of some sort. I'm going to put my phone outside. Maybe that'll help out the problem a little bit here. It's going to bring up first down, and I've got another camera here not wanting to cooperate. Let me. Tigers pass, incomplete. I believe we have it back working here. Nope. So Tigers set up second down close to their scoring area. Tigers run. They have some room. I think he's going to be short. He is. All right. Right now it is not broke, so we are not going to bump it. So first down at the 11-yard line now for the Tigers. Tigers have it. They're going to have a touchdown. So Soldan will score first as they will start the scoring here. So with that, we have a 6-0 lead for the Tigers early in this ball game. That's my old camera, by the way, that I'm using, so it's a little finicky at times. And I believe we have a water break, so we'll be back in just a little bit. Tigers set up for the extra point conversion. They're going for 2. Pass up. So that is incomplete. Not quite able to get that angle on the camera, but that is all right. 6-0. We'll be back for the kickoff.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
And Tigers back. I believe YouTube's having some issues, but I got smooth video on my end, so just kind of refresh it and it should start working again pretty well. Tigers again in the white and yellow. Roosevelt in the black with the red outline. Rough Riders have the ball. They still have room. A good block right here would do it. He got one. He just blocked his own man. He's still on his feet. He's going to make it past midfield. So, opponent 45 now. Rough Riders in Tigers territory. I think the coach is trying to get a penalty on top of that. And 4:55 still in the first quarter. Tigers first one to strike a few minutes ago. I believe we're going to set up we are behind the 45 it looks like. This is our broadcast of the week this week also, which are normally provided by Security Bank of Pulaski County. Next week, the broadcast of the week will be from Springfield, where Waynesville, I believe, will travel to Hillcrest. And Roosevelt's going to pick up a first on the play, or they should get a first. They're going to... It should be a first down. He had the momentum ahead. But we'll see if they give him the momentum. It's going to be a short spot, so second and about 1. I believe he should have had that, but that is all right. I don't have my replay turned on at the moment, but I will turn that on so we can replay stuff in a little bit here. Pretty confident he did get that. So Rough Riders. Timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. get set for life.
Back here live, St. Louis, Missouri from Roosevelt High School, just south of I-44. 3:55 remains in the first quarter. Roosevelt has the ball, second and short. This might be just 1 yard. I mean, it looks very close to that first down marker. They're going to pick, well, they are going to pick up the first. I was about to say he had the gap to do it, and he does. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play. So we're going to have first down coming up for the Rough Riders again. I want to thank you for joining us again tonight, and thank you for, as I mentioned, being here. So Tigers getting handoff. This time the defense is there. That will result in a loss. So that's going to make it second and about 15 for Roosevelt. And clock will continue to run. 2.5 minutes approaching here in the first quarter. Probably about 2.5 once the snap is actually off. And the snap's blown dead. The ball was loose, which would have been a major loss. However, lucky break for the Rough Rider. So Rough Riders, so instead of a big loss, they're just going to get 5 yards. That's going to be about 20 now. Quarterback keeper, still on his feet, We got a flag, possibly an illegal block. This will probably be brought back as that penalty may be against Roosevelt. So this will be holding. Thought about it as a blindside block. But it was a very noticeable call there. Here it is. So that's going to result in 10 yards from the spot of the penalty, which is essentially the same spot they were in. So still second down on the play. Under 2 minutes in the quarter. Pass up. That is incomplete. Both teams trying for the ball. That's going to bring up third down. YouTube is really having some issues on my end. I don't know if it's on you guys or not, but oh, that is pretty much instant right there. It must have just caught up to itself. This will be re-uploaded and rebroadcast tomorrow or Monday morning. So this is third and a really long way to go. By a long way, I mean a really long way to go. And fourth will become fourth and a really long way to go. So Rough Riders punting situation at midfield area. Clock continues to run down. Possibly it will stop for the change of possession. Other than that, we will probably... Punt is up. Soldan has the ball, nearly lost it. So Tigers will get the ball. Not quite past the first down markers, as waiting on a water break. I guess we don't have a water break coming. Generally they do. 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Roosevelt needing some more players on the field. Still a very close game here. Tigers passing. That is nearly intercepted off the tip. Roosevelt can't hang on to it. Second down on the play. Would have been a big break for Roosevelt. A little toasty of a day out there. Hopefully you're keeping cool. Got myself a fan behind me. Soldan still on their feet. Quarterback still moving. He's got a first. And he might get a touchdown. Nope, he's going to get down to the 10-yard line on the play. Now we have a flag possibly blocking the back. We got a player that appears to be down. We're going to be back in just a little bit here.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
This looks like most likely block in the back. That will bring that all the way back from the 10-yard line, which would have been at least a 50-yard run. The penalty should be from the spot of the foul, which will see where the ball gets put. I don't see it yet. We're still going backwards, though. And we are still going backwards. Well, we're back by the 30 and still moving. So we are about 60 yards away from where they would have been without the penalty. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tigers still up by a score here. Conversion was no good, so just 6-0. That pass up. That is complete. He's going to be stopped. He's still on his feet, though. So he's going to pick up about a 30-yard gain, and we're going to take a 1 minute break for the quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter. Soldan Tigers up 6-0.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
So still here, and we're going to continue this break. We'll be back after this as a Move the Chain.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So the ball set up, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30-yard line, start of the second quarter. Just joining us, the Tigers in the white uniforms, Roosevelt in the black. Timeouts, I do not have an accurate number on those. I don't believe any teams, I think Roosevelt's taken maybe one, possibly two, but we've also had many water timeouts, so it is pretty toasty outside. Well, Tigers line up to send the house. 4 receivers right now. 3 of them on the right side. After about a 30-yard gain on the last play. Maybe 40. Well, this ball is going to go backwards. Quarterback will fall on it. However, they're going to lose. Well, that's going to be 2nd and 22, 2nd and 23 coming up. So still close contest. Once again, thank you for joining us. Again, another high snap. This is thrown. I believe that is intercepted by the Tigers. Or intercepted by Roosevelt there. And amazing catch by Roosevelt. So looking back at that play, quarterback lines up. The snap was high. And Roosevelt picked it out of the Tigers' hands. And they're able to start on offense now. They'll have 1st and 10 from, I believe, right about midfield on the 50. Or just shy of the 50. 11:15 in the first half remain. Beautiful day from St. Louis, Missouri at Roosevelt High School. Roosevelt on their feet. They're going to pick up a first. They're going to 16-yard gain on the play. And they continue to really run the ball well. Second quarter action. Rough Riders with the red helmets on. They're on the left side of your screen. Tigers on the right. Rough Riders looking for their first win of the year. That ball was loose. Quarterback, he's going to lose some yards on this. So Roosevelt defense able to get through the line and pretty much pocket the quarterback for a loss of about 5 on the play. That's 2nd and 15. Once again, multiple receiving options. This is a dangerously high snap. Somehow the quarterback didn't lose it. That's incomplete. We got a player. Looks like he's all right. Good sportsmanship there by the Tigers. Good defense by the Tigers and very good throw by Roosevelt. But that's going to bring up 3rd and long with 15 yards to go. Tigers once again needing to throw. Got to watch those snaps. Those snaps going high, and that can be dangerous. This is pass. That is caught. Somehow that was caught. That's not going to be near a first down, though. That does bring up 4th down. So another punt situation coming for Roosevelt. And we get a timeout for Roosevelt. We'll be back in 1 minute with more football action. Here is a PSA for you. Looks fun. And we are back here looking at the press box here. Very, very nice press box. I like the style of it. Got a very old telephone switch system here. It says AT&T on it. And the old radio booth from back in the day. Roosevelt forced to punt the ball. So far, a big breakaway run for the Tigers is the only score they've had, or led to a score at least. Both teams holding strong on defense. So Rough Riders, protective formation in the punt. Last time, punt kind of went straight up. And actually a good punt this time. That's going to drop inside the 20. Probably close to the 10-yard line. So that's a good situational punt for the Rough Riders right there. Once again, this is a production of Allen Hilliard Sports with the Missouri Sports Network. and also a joint production with Misha TV here and the St. Louis Public Schools. We are a Misha TV affiliate here, and for all your playoff action, be sure to check out mishatv.tv and look for your favorite school as if their game is being broadcast. If it is not, playoff come, you get a hold of me or one of the people that do that, and they can make that happen. There is generally a fee for the playoff games. I do not know what that is this year, but that's a first down for the Tigers. Tigers looking to go 3-1. Roosevelt looking for their first win of the season. That is incomplete, so 2nd and 10 coming up for the Tigers. I wonder if there's a way to set this. And Tigers are still on their feet. Somehow they're dragging the entire Roosevelt line. And they're going to gain a few yards after that. It's a little difficult to bring down, it looks like, but they were finally able to bring them down. And Tigers lining up. It's like split receivers, one on each end. Back also. They are going for the pass. This is caught. That is incomplete. Couldn't quite hang on to it. So Roosevelt will force a 4th down for the Tigers now. So 4th and short, 7:50 in the first half to go. Roosevelt opportunity to get the ball. Decent field position here. Tigers look like they might fake it. Instead, they will kick it. And Roosevelt backs off. They will start the ball near the 45. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this PSA.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So Rough Riders line up, start with the ball 7:47, still in the first half, still a lot of game to play. Roosevelt looking solid so far in this contest. Both teams playing great defense. Roosevelt red helmets, black uniforms. Tigers with the white and yellow. And Roosevelt's going to gain a little bit of yardage. Not a whole lot on the play, but they're going to gain a little bit on top of that. So short gain. We're going to have a timeout possibly. We'll be back in 1 minute. Tigers took that timeout.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
This is, of course, a production with Allen Hilliard Sports in cooperation with the Missouri Sports Network and also in cooperation with Misha and Misha TV. Please keep in mind that sportsmanship is the key. Anything you do is anyone can see, and you are setting an example. So please be nice in the stands and refrain from bad sportsmanship. Second and 5 coming up for the Rough Riders after the good run to start that possession. They're still on their feet. They're going to be close to a first, if not have a first. And this is a first down. So Rough Riders, named after Teddy Roosevelt. School built, I believe, 1924, 1925 time frame, so approaching their 100-year anniversary. Roosevelt is the home on the scoreboard. Guests are Soldan. And we got a whistle on the play to start off. This is against Roosevelt. Should be against Roosevelt. Okay, maybe not. It's still first down. Not quite sure what happened there. Guess they'll just replay it. Roosevelt's going to pick up a short yardage gain here, maybe 4 on there, 3 or 4. Clock does continue to run, under 6 minutes still in the first half. Roosevelt with the ball. And timeout, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So here, Roosevelt High School. Tigers lead from Soldan High School across town. Rough Riders, they get some room. They're still on their feet, but they run right into the defense. They'll make it to the 30. And they're going to be... looks like maybe 4 yards to go on the chains once they're set. I'm just going to message here for something. Oh, all right. I will fix that. Oh, awesome. I got a logo. I will update that in just a little bit. I lost my scoreboard camera for some reason, but Soldan with the interception on the play. So that interception will bring up something here. And we got a timeout here. We're going to be right back after this break. After I figure out what's going on with my...
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Okay. There we go. And Tigers with the score here. Sorry, I'm having some technology issues over here. Excessive sideline celebration, so there was a score at the end of that. Penalty will be on the kick, by the way. We'll get our scoreboard working here in just a second. Conversion is going to be good. 14-0. We'll be back in 1 minute to figure out what is going on with my other camera.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
Back here into the game. Now back here into the ball game. Keep hopefully the mic down here. Hopefully it works a little bit better, but still. Uh-oh. Did that do anything? So kick is off. Rough Riders. Good catch. He's got room. He's got speed. Ball loose. I believe Rough Riders will come away with the ball still. Almost lost it there. So Rough Riders will come away with the ball. Try to hopefully figure this camera thing out. Uh-oh. Well, that is back. I believe my camera adapter may have broken on me. So we'll just have to bring up the scoreboard. So we can maybe figure this out at halftime. Otherwise, we'll just run it with this for now. Do apologize for that. It was working. Guess I gotta maybe get a different camera or something, maybe. Figure out what the issue is. I'll work on that at halftime. Roosevelt again. Quarterback will take this once again. Defense. Very good defense on the tackle. Saved a first down. 4th and 6, 4th and 5 coming up. So 2:32 remains in the first half. I'm not honestly sure what happened to my camera board, but I'll hopefully get it going. Rough Riders get a whistle for something here. This would be a delay of game. So 4th and 10 coming up now for Roosevelt. Still on their feet. Roosevelt, they're going to be just shy, maybe 5 yards away. 1st and goal for the Rough Riders on the run. No flags in the backfield. That is a first. Roosevelt has a chance. They trail 14-0 at the moment. 1:38 still in the first half remain. I don't exactly remember who had the ball first. I think Soldan had the ball. So if Roosevelt scores, they have an opportunity. They're going to pick up a couple. So they're going to make this 1:25. Clock is currently stopped. They're on the 10, it looks like. Once again, Tigers with the white and yellow, brown type uniforms. Roosevelt, red helmets with the black uniforms. If you're just joining us. Soldan, 2-1 on the season. Roosevelt, 0-2. Both these teams on the wrong end of Vashon and Gateway last week. We'll try to get an update from those games if we can. However, this is the wrong way for the Rough Riders, as they're going to lose about 5 yards off the missed snap by the center to the quarterback. So 14 yards to the goal line now for Roosevelt. So 1 minute remains in the first half of the ball game. I'll try to see if I have a backup adapter of some sort. We're going to have a 4th down after the short gain. It's a 4th and goal coming up, and I believe I have a second adapter here, so we may be lucky on this camera. If not, the camera's broke, so it happens. I apologize. There's also the window in my shot, but we have some like slanted windows here, and you got like a narrow area to film out of. And we have a timeout. We're going to take a break to see if I can make some of this work. See you in a minute.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, The National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today.
So back out here, Rough Riders, 4th down, no reason to kick the ball. Into the quarter coming up, I believe 10 seconds remain, so, well, they might be kicking the ball. Rough Riders on the run. They're going to be short. So, barring a penalty, Soldan will take over on offense. With 4 seconds to go in the first half. A little bit of confusion on the field down there. Not sure what the confusion is, but Tigers are taking over. I don't know if my cable quit working on me. Still trying to fix the scoreboard. I apologize. There is 4 seconds left on the game clock, so one chance. Tigers on the backside. Tigers still on their feet. Tigers on the run. And barring a flag, we have a flag thrown, so the half is not over yet. We still have a flag on the field. And I believe that is halftime. We'll be back for halftime. We'll see you. Well, there was a penalty still. So it's a face mask because Soldan gets one more play. Oh, we got another flag down now. So first half not quite over, and untimed down due to penalties. Tigers get back. Looks like they're going to be sacked. No flag. That will end the first half, and we'll be back after halftime. 14-0, Tigers lead Roosevelt. And back here, Roosevelt High School, St. Louis, Missouri. Doing a little bit of tinkering up here. My scoreboard camera is completely dead, so I apologize for that. Camera lasted about 3 years. I guess, we'll just have to survive without that. Should have another logo. I don't have it, apparently. Try and do something, but yeah, we'll just settle with what we got going on. Finish the game out. I'll keep you up to time with the clock in the game here. Please remember to drink water and be safe, as this is a game between two MSHA teams along with two public high league teams here in St. Louis. Soldan, in order to keep up for the race to possibly tie the conference title with Vashon or beat them later, they need to win here. Roosevelt 0-2 right now. They trail 14-0 to Soldan. I'm sorry. And we're still waiting for the kick. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. Nope. Well, we're going to take a 15-minute break real quick. Here's a PSA.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Now we're back for the kickoff. Tigers kick it off. Roosevelt touched it, so they're going to have a lot of open space if they get through the gap. And they are not. They're going to make it back out towards the 30, 25-yard line. Maybe the 30, it looks like. So good run for the Rough Riders on that. Rough Riders, really a very good gain on the play. Picked up at least 20 on the return. Ball did get away for a little bit, but that didn't deter them. Had a couple of scoring opportunities. Good defense by the Tigers so far tonight. But Roosevelt stopped some good drives by Soldan also. Rough Riders 1st and 10 here. Handoff. Tigers are there. Tigers will force a loss, 2nd and about 13. Second and 13. Don't know why it didn't change. Rough Riders, they're going to gain nominal yardage, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to bring up 3rd and about 10. So 3rd and 10 coming up for Roosevelt to start the second half. 10:30 and the clock continues to run in the third quarter. It's a very warm day. Just a reminder, please make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Pass. That is incomplete. So 4th and 10 now coming up. This is a definite punting situation. Thank you for joining us today. Once again, this is a production between Allen Hilliard Sports and Missouri Sports Network. Along with we are also a Misha TV affiliate member for postseason action. So if you want your team streamed for postseason play, message me on Facebook or contact me one of the various ways that you have available. This punt is straight up in the air, and I don't know if that punt went 4 yards. That is a straight in the air, and we're going to start 1st and 10. We'll be back after this quick 15-second PSA.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So Tigers start out with the ball. They are on the Roosevelt, looks like 35. They currently lead by 2 scores, but 2 scores, plenty of time. 9:59, still in the third quarter. So 20 minutes still remain a play in this contest. Tigers in motion. Quarterback looking for the pass. He gets the pass, short pass out. He's going to pick up a first. Soldan will have a 1st and 10 to start their third quarter. And they're going to move to the 25-yard line with that. Just enough yardage to pick up the first. And Tigers quarterback will not go very far. He will be sacked for a short loss. So maybe a 3-yard loss on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Quarterback had nowhere to go. Defensive line collapsed. Offense was right there. And he was looking for a pass down the middle. And it did not come through quick enough to get the ball away. Probably better he didn't throw it, because that could have been an interception. Roosevelt sits not super deep, but the safety possibly looking blitz here. Line pass up, too high. Roosevelt interception. Plenty of space. Rough Riders out to the 50. We have a flag on the play. This may be a late hit. We got a second flag on the play, so the second flag is definitely a late hit. The first one I am not sure about. Out of bounds right near the 50-yard line. Not sure. It's a 1st down for sure. So 15-yard penalty for the unsportsmanlike. That will give the Rough Riders very good position inside the Tigers' territory. Surprised there wasn't a late hit there on that, but unsportsmanlike. Essentially the same penalty. They're a lot closer than I am. And if you look back at the Tigers, just off screen, there's their safety. The safety is like 30 yards away from the actual line of scrimmage almost. Quarterback still has the ball. He's going to pick up yards. That should be a 1st down, if not very close to it. This was 1st and 10. Graphic didn't update. However, it is still 1st and 10, so. And once again, that very deep defense by the safety with number 17 for the Tigers. This game will be rebroadcast tomorrow back on YouTube and uploaded to Facebook also. Here in hopefully beautiful 1080. Looks like a camera upgrade is on the way, as one of my cameras has died on me. Guess now it's to get that 4K camera that I need. And we're going to have a flag, second flag thrown, but the first one's going to be a face mask. So this should be a first down either way, assuming the penalty is accepted. So Roosevelt continuing to ride this streak right now, the Rough Riders. School named after Teddy Roosevelt, built in about 1925. Actually, my grandfather's uncle went to school here back many years ago, I think 50s time frame. So it is a first down, 1st and 10 from just short of the 10-yard line. So not first and goal, which really good position to be in right there. And another flag on the play. So not sure what the call is on that. There might have been a holding on the line, but it appears they're going to be, this is against the Rough Riders, so this will be against the offense. And this will probably be a holding call. Just a note, if your video is buffering occasionally, you may have to lower the quality down to 720 depending on the connection. Right now everything's going out smooth on my end, but my speed isn't all the way up on my playback. However, the full video will be uploaded, so you should be generally okay. And we're going to have a loss, 2nd and about 18 on the play. And if you would like your team broadcast down the road, get a hold of me also. As I mentioned, I am a Misha affiliate. I also do youth, and I could do pretty much any sport. I believe I did a karate tournament a couple months ago, which went very well. Really different sport, by the way. 2nd, and I have 18, but it's probably more than 18 out there. It's 29 on the scoreboard. And whistle. If this is against Roosevelt, they're going to get pushed back to 34 according to the scoreboard. We get a timeout, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Tigers coming out of the timeout. Rough Riders still talking a little bit. Play clock should be going pretty quick here once they get set, it looks like. And Roosevelt's coming out now. Roosevelt a long way to go. I believe it is third. Is it 3rd or 2nd? It's 3rd and 29. That is more fingers than I have, so I do apologize for the math being wrong. But I would assume this is going to be a pass. Unless you could suck in the defensive line, and you've only got one to beat once your receivers go, so you can still hand this off and do something with the ball. They're going to pass it, and they're going to be sacked, but that's incomplete, so that will save them the sack at least. 4th and a long way to go, so this would be at least a 40-yard field goal. That's a really long field goal for high school. So I would assume this is 4th down territory here, but you have to get past the 10-yard line. So we may... No, wait, you got to get past... You got to get almost to the goal line to pick up a first inside the 1. So interesting situation here. This is a pass only. Ball goes the wrong way. And not what you wanted to happen. Tigers will take over the ball. Looks like other side of the 40. Oh, is it 4th? It's 4th down now, I guess. So had the math wrong, but either way, it's going to be 4th and... Oh, we're getting some high numbers now. I'm just going to say 40. Little issue on my end with the down. However, as I mentioned, do not have the good punt this time, actually. But Tigers still on their feet. Tigers will bring it out to the 30. They'll start. We'll take a quick 15-second PSA and be back.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So Soldan Tigers wearing the white with yellow helmets. They currently lead by 2 scores. Been a close ball game, 5-11 in the 3rd. Once again, next Friday we'll be in Springfield. I believe it is at Hillcrest High School as they host the Waynesville Tigers. It'll be live on... Well, I'm not sure if we got some flags thrown. It's probably going to be a face mask. Oh. We've got at least a face mask. We've also got a player down. We're going to take a 30-second PSA and we'll be back.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And we are still here. We got an injury in the field, so we're going to extend to this. We'll be back. Hopefully this is a 1-minute break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life.
Still back here. Roosevelt looks like injury. Looks like he's okay. And we'll see what the flags come out as. A little bit of hair flew in my mouth up here. So it's 1st and 10. Looks like everything is set, so we're going to be 1st and 10 from, looks like, 34-yard line for the Tigers. Tigers still on their feet. They got room now, and saving tackle. That was by, I believe, 20. Otherwise, he might have been gone if he broke through that little pack. That's a 1st down. And that's going to move the ball near the 50-yard line, just short of the 50. So 1st and 10 from the 48, 49-yard line. Caught. He's got room. He's gone. That's a touchdown. Tigers. Now we have a holding penalty on the call. So Tigers, this will be brought back as the holding penalty will go against Soldan. So that's going to bring up 1st and 20 now. Depending on where the ball is spotted, it may be 1st and 20 or something like that. So it's going to be 25, it looks like. So 20 or 25 here, it looks like. Not sure the exact number, but pretty darn close. Once again, this is your Friday night football game of the week here on Saturday. 4 minutes remain in the contest. Once again, that's caught. And 2nd and about 8 coming up. We got an injury. We are going to take a break and we'll be back.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Still here assessing the situation. We'll be back as soon as we are ready to go.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS.
All right, back here live from St. Louis, Missouri at Roosevelt High School. Tigers line up, multiple receivers, Twins on the left. This is going to be a throw. Well, it might be a run now as broken play turns into a big gain, and still a big gain. That's a touchdown. Tigers' broken play turns into a touchdown run as they'll pick up a 20-0 lead. We've got a couple players that are down, so we're going to take another break and be back.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here, St. Louis, Missouri. Looks like players are okay after that. It is really hot. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water if you're outside, especially if you're playing football. It is warm. 20-0 lead for Soldan, though. Tigers will go for two. I'm switching mics every once in a while between games, so I'm going to figure out which one I like better. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. So back here, both teams getting ready. We'll be back soon as the timeout is over.
Trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So Tigers line up. They're going for a 2-point conversion. I don't think they have really tried to kick anything but a kickoff today. Kind of have to do a kickoff. Tigers run it in. They're going to break the plane. That'll be good. 22-0. We'll be back for the kickoff in 1 minute.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend?
It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becausefyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So both teams coming out here. Tigers coming out at least. Soldan Tigers lead 22-0 with 3:13 still in the third. That's the first score of the second half. And that came off a broken play that led to a quarterback scramble. Tried to pass the ball. And Tigers were able to run it in. Once again, this broadcast a production of Allen Hillard Sports Association with the Missouri Sports Network. And thank you for the St. Louis Public Schools and Roosevelt for allowing this game to happen. Also an affiliate member of Misha TV. Rough Riders, well, they're still on their feet. And Roosevelt will take over 30-yard line, about the 35-ish. So 3:04, still in the third quarter. It's a very humid day outside, not a lot of breeze. So Rough Riders line up, handoff. Thought about the inside instead. They'll try to maybe sneak to the outside. That is short little gain. Looks like you may have got 3 yards off that by making the decision. Good run for the Rough Riders. And we got maybe a timeout. Maybe not. Oh, we got a player down, so we are going to be back in 1 minute.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So we are back here. We now have 2 players down, so we're going to be back in about 1 minute here. Here's a piece.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part. Get set for life. Research continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today.
So back here, it is second down, and I believe about, we'll say 7, maybe 6. Roosevelt with the ball. Handoff, that's brought down in the backfield. And we got another injury. We'll be right back after this.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
So back here, St. Louis, Missouri, Roosevelt High School looks like about ready for resume play. Have had a couple injuries the last couple plays. 3rd and 9. Clock continues to run. 2:20 remain in the third quarter. 22-0 lead, Soldan Tigers over the Roosevelt Rough Riders. This is a public high league game along with a Misha contest. High snap, ball downfield. Tigers pick it off. Tigers work their way down. They're going to be stopped near the original area as we got a flag on the play. The Tigers will take over with the ball. And this is going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play, so Tigers will take over. At least it should be. It is first down, so just now depends on where the Tigers take over with the ball. Tigers currently up 22-0 in the ball game. They just picked off the interception. This is going to be against Roosevelt. That's going to move the ball up there inside the 30. That's going to move the ball inside, looks like right inside the 30-yard line. Pass incomplete. Good defense by Rough Riders. 2nd down and 10. .144 remains in the third period here. Tigers pass caught. 17. Roosevelt will stop him. 7 with the initial. That ball might have been loose, but also I believe they stopped momentum on the play, so was the right call. They blew the whistle to stop momentum. So 3rd and about 5, maybe 6 for the Tigers. 1:10 remain. The clock continues to wind down. It's been a very competitive ball game for both these teams. Some big plays for the Tigers. Really big plays for Roosevelt, but not able to get in the end zone. And this is going to be either 4th and 1 or a first down. If this is on the defense, it is. So it's going to be 4th and 3rd and 1. That's a first. And we're going to have an unsportsmanlike following the play. .22 seconds remain. This may be... So this is helmet to helmet. So not unsportsmanlike, but a personal foul. Targeting. That's still first down.
Helmet to helmet.
So helmet to helmet, first, either way. Tigers will move with the ball. Quarterback pass corner. Not quite able to see that far in the corner. I'm going to try to move my camera. Maybe I can. It's really hard over there. That is the out of bounds line, I believe. So 2nd down. Oh, 2nd and goal, actually. Tigers again line up. 3 receivers, possibly. Nope, just 3. Quarterback pitch. And that's going to be a touchdown. That'll make this 28-0. No flags on the play. So a little pitch on the play, able to get the ball into the end zone. There's like a little slit in the window I can only fit my camera through, so that is the reason. .9 seconds remain in the third, so this kick will, I believe, should end the quarter. The next spot will be in the fourth quarter. So extra point coming up for the Tigers. Now Roosevelt 1 score away from a running clock. And we're going to have, I believe, a timeout. We'll be back.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Still during the timeout. We'll be back in about 15 seconds.
trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So both teams out, ready to go. Conversion coming up. Tigers line up to run the ball. And misdirection, that's good. So 30-0. I don't know why it says safety when I hit the 2, by the way. Yeah, because I hit 1, nothing happens. Hit 3, it's a field goal. So, I don't know. But we'll be back after this with the kickoff.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here, live St. Louis, Missouri, Roosevelt, and Soldan Tigers now lead 30-0 over the Roosevelt Rough Riders here at Roosevelt. Roosevelt has it. They got some room if they can get by. Final spot will be the end of the quarter. So we're going to start about the 35. We got a flag thrown, so not quite over yet. And we'll be back in about 30 seconds once we figure this out.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated. I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Alright, so we have an unsportsmanlike against Roosevelt, I believe. So we don't have the ball spotted yet. One flag was picked up and thrown away. One was kept, I guess. It's going to be first down. It is the end of the quarter, so they are going to need to switch sides. The chains have not been set yet. So we're going to be back once we're ready to go in the fourth.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So still switching. It's now the fourth quarter. And 1st and 10 after the penalty, I believe from about the 25. Looks like just shy of the 25 is where the penalty is going to be assessed. Either way, start 12 minutes to go in the game. Roosevelt needing to score desperately to stay in this. Soldan, one more score will run the clock. So we don't have any updates from the other game right now. Try to get the updates when I can put out. Other game over at Gateway High School. And 1st and 10, start of the 4th. This is going to be right at the goal line, 2nd and 10 for the Rough Riders. Heat definitely getting to some of these people today. It's warm out there. Please keep hydrated the best you can. Next week, Roosevelt will be at home once again. Not 100% sure who they're playing at the moment. But we will most likely be here next week. We'll also be in Springfield Friday night with the Waynesville Tigers, Hillcrest Hornets. I believe it's Hillcrest. Well, I could actually, I guess, bring up the schedules here. That's should be 3rd down, I thought. It's 3rd and well, it's 3rd down. Let's see what we got for. Well, Roosevelt's still on their feet, and they're going to pick up a first out of this broken play somehow. But we have a flag on the broken play, so we'll see what that flag comes out to be, whether it's a first or so Soldan will have an unsportsmanlike tacked on. That will give Roosevelt decent field position. So next Friday, Waynesville Tigers will be at Hillcrest, so we'll be live from Hillcrest High School. That will be our football game of the week next week for your Security Bank game of the week. So 1st and 10 from past midfield in Tiger territory. Roosevelt once again, they're going to pick up a first. They still have room. They might get a touchdown out of this. They are going to be knocked out of bounds just shy of the 10. So big run for Roosevelt. They may get a 1st and goal out of this play. So Rough Riders with a big gain, about 20 yards to near the 10-yard line. So once again, that is 1st down, but we have a timeout, and we're going to take our timeout, and we'll be right back.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So next Saturday, big matchup here at Roosevelt. They will host the Vashon Wolverines at noon. So join us for that. Some other schedules this week. Softball will face Bayless. Volleyball Monday will face Vashon. Tuesday, Bishop DuBourg for softball. And they'll face Gateway Legacy Senior High. I think that's a homeschool association. That's not Gateway STEM. So first and goal, it looks like, is the actual markings on the field, not first and 10. Roosevelt lines up, split receivers, quarterback fakes, runs. Little delay. He's going to be close. He's going to be short by about a yard. And we may have a... Nope. Looks like he's okay over there. So we'll be in Springfield at Hillcrest High School Monday with the Waynesville Tigers, Springfield Hillcrest Hornets, and we'll be back up here, Roosevelt, Vashon, on Saturday the following noon. So the following Sunday we'll have a doubleheader replay with both those games, and we might even add a bonus game in there for you. So fourth down coming up, or second down coming up. So Rough Riders will pick up their first score of the game. That'll make it 30-6. 8:58 remains in the contest. Once again, this is a MSHA sanctioned sport and ball game here, so please remember to be safe and show good sportsmanship. So extra point, 2-point conversion, pass is caught, but he cannot get past the line. That'll be 30-6. We'll be back after this with more football.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Ball being set here. Rough Riders will kick off to the Tigers. And looking back at the schedule, see if I can find out what Vashon did today while we have some time, as they will host So they played Carnahan today. We do not have a score for that yet. Let's see. Carnahan came in 1-1. Roosevelt was Vashon was 3-0. So Rough Riders will at least face a 3-win team next week. Depending on how they do this week, be a 4-win team. That game should be in the fourth quarter, if not close to over. And Roosevelt still getting set up on the kick. Little squib kick. Did it go 10 yards? We got a penalty. It may not have made it 10 yards. But we're going to take a break while we...
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in. How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So Soldan with the ball. I believe they're going to give it to them right at the, I believe it's right, yep, right on the 50. So 1st and 10 once again. .58 remains, 30-6. Tigers with the lead right now. Inside handoff. Tigers, big run. They're going to be close to a first. They have at least a first down. So first down for Soldan Tigers as clock will continue to run down now. Appears Tigers will pick up a victory here and at least stay on pace with LaShawn to possibly force a tie at some point. That pass was caught. Looks like number 5, good catch. Couldn't quite hang on to it. 3 Rough Riders there on the defense. So they'll continue this drive here. Tigers, a very efficient throwing team. A little bit of a question, though, about throwing the ball this late in the ball game with the lead they have. However, it's been working, and they're probably trying to add to that score, is what I would imagine still. Handoff, plenty of room. He's got room. He'll be brought down by the Rough Riders. Good save by Roosevelt there, I believe. Maybe number 7 on that. So touchdown saving tackle. That's another first down though. Under 7 minutes now in the ball game. Tigers 1st and 10 inside the 20. Another handoff, short run. This will not be a first. It'll be a 2nd and short, maybe 3 or 4. Oh. And that's going to be short, but that's going to bring up 1st and goal. There we go. So 1st and goal. We have a flag on the play. Maybe. So this will be against the Tigers. They do have a 1st and goal. It was within the couple 1 or 2 yard line, maybe 3. Oh no, this is. Oh, it was. So See what happens here where the ball winds up. We're still moving backwards. 5:59 remains in the ball game. And Tigers back with the ball. Probably a handoff. It's a toss. And good stop by Roosevelt on the play. They're going to lose a few yards on that. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. They're going to be back other side of the 20. Tigers lead 30-6 over the Rough Riders. Tigers in the white, and they're also, well, they're close to the red zone. They were a lot closer before the penalty earlier. That pass, he's got room, catch. He's going to catch it. He's going to walk in the end zone. That's a touchdown. That is Bonner, I believe, on the touchdown. 36-30 now in favor of the Tigers. And we got a player shaken up. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this PSA.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So we also have a flag down now, so not sure. The touchdown was ruled good. Just not sure the flag and what the plan is right now. Fourth quarter, 4:55 remain in the ball game. Tigers will pick up a victory here. They'll move to 3-1 on the season. Rough Riders will fall to 0-3. And we're about to find out what the, well, eventually. Still not sure what's, okay, ball spotted for the 2-point conversion. So it looks like ball will be spotted. I guess that's where it'll be spotted. So we're going to continue here. And we'll just take that. Tigers look for the pass. Caught. It is good. Conversion 38-6. We'll be back for the kickoff.
Which continues to unearth the countless positive links between high school activity programs and education, including higher GPAs, better school attendance, higher levels of self-esteem, fewer emotional and behavioral problems, and less likelihood of obesity or abuse of drugs and alcohol. Established in 1920 and headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the national leadership organization for high school sports and performing arts activities, building awareness and support, improving the participation experience, establishing consistent standards and rules for competition, and helping those who oversee high school sports and activities. The NFHS attempts to minimize risk of participation for students through rules writing, injury surveillance, and utilizing the best practices from the medical community. Learn more about the NFHS today. Take part Get set for life.
So back here, Tigers kicking it off, 36-6. Tigers lead this ball game over the Rough Riders. 4:55 remains in the ball game. It is a toasty one. Waiting, not sure what we're waiting on here. Looks like now we're ready to go. Kick is up. That is good. Rough Riders have momentum. They still have momentum. They're going to pick up a big gain. They're going to get near the 30. So 1st and 10 from the 30 right now. Chain crew taking a break, it looks like. I think the chain crew's a little tired. .443 remains in this ball game. So Rough Riders line up. Looks like a pro formation possibly. Here we're going to have a illegal motion most likely. 5-yard penalty against Roosevelt, so that'll move them back. 1st and 15. So 1st and 15, Rough Riders. 4:43 to go still in the ball game here. Soldan Tigers will pick up a victory. I believe that did not go as planned. That's going to be a big loss on the play. See where the ball falls. So 2nd, and I don't have that many fingers and toes to count right now, so we're just going to stick with about 25 and call it a good number. So split receivers, maybe 5 of them, 3 and 2. Passes up, incomplete. It is an interception. Tigers still on their feet. Tigers, one more block and they got the touchdown. They will bring this ball in. And we've got no flags on the play. That is ruled a touchdown on the field. And that'll make it a 44-6 ball game here from Roosevelt. So 38-6. We now have a running clock situation coming. So once the score is over in the kickoff, I believe we'll have a running clock. "20 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass, that's caught. Unopposed. Whoa. Broke something here. But 46-6. And we should be running, I'm assuming we were, but we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the kickoff.
Any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Tigers kick it off. Once we get the kickoff, we will not stop the clock. It looks so we will run the game out. Next week we'll be at Springfield Hillcrest. They'll host the Waynesville Tigers. Roosevelt will host. That's on Friday. Roosevelt will host Vashon up here on Saturday. So 7 p.m. Friday, noon on Saturday. Ball off. Rough Riders, plenty of room. Grabbed his foot. That is probably saved a lot. And with that, we'll have a 1st and 10. Clock now continuing to tick away. And 3 minutes left in this ball game. Tigers will pick up a victory. Not sure the final yet, but it will be a victory. Roosevelt will fall to 0-3 on the season. I'll be in the market for a new camera, so guess I'll have an upgrade coming my way. My old camera did die on me. So 1st and 10. Just shy of the 50-yard line in their own territory for the Rough Riders. And this will result in a loss. Second, nope, we got a flag, so we'll stop the clock, it looks like. Flag against the defense. They're going to call a 1st down, it looks like. Personal foul against the Rough Riders. So this will be against the Rough Riders, so we went the wrong way, but that's going to make it. Now, is this a 1st or 2nd down? We'll see what we have after this. It's probably 1st and 25. Yes, it's 1st and 25. 2nd and 25. There you go. Clock continues to run. And with that, clock will run down. 39 seconds to go in the ball game. So this may be the final play of the contest. Roosevelt on their feet. Quarterback. Clock continues. 15 seconds to go. They will not get a ball off here as with that, oh, I can't get the final graphic to show, but with that, 46-6 final score here from Roosevelt High School. We'll see you later. Thank you for joining us here, and join us next week. We will see you later.